Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, stand up.
Check. Deuce.
Pilot, 64, wait.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down, 70, Indy.
Switch gears. Switch!
Score!
He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's checking. Crash. Check three.
Now.
On 1st down, Pittman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, exit.
52's the mic right here.
Now.
52's the mic. Watch the blood. Hey, Mike 52. Stay with your man.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Let's get there. Mike 52. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Go.
Check 52's the mic. Pick it up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready? Black,
Watch the screen.
Green, double C.
Right check, 33. 33. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Easy.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Flip it.
Out of his end zone, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Go. Bristol, travel.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Hey, keep it up. Where's your
5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 52's the Mike.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Sponge. No.
He's Carlos.
We got double up.
Easy. Hey,
951.
let's go now. Wait,
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's get it.
The 50-yard line.
ready. Black 22.
Check Mike 47.
White. Easy.
Mike's 47.
Let's go.
Winston now from the 50. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll run on 1st down. Pittman, well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 2.
52, Mike 52. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Shoot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. You better go. Oh, try. 47. Check Mike 47. I got one. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
63, 17.
65.
From the 16, Winston. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 30-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ready? Blue lady. Flip it.
Here we go again.
On second and 12, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Come get some. Here, one. Mike 52.
On first and 10, Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm going for back.
From the gun, Eason. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Go,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Hey.
Hold.
Down.
2nd and 4. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
At the 28-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, stop.
Check 26. Watch twist.
Winston now. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And the Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let we go.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Sonny.
Safety's green.
Let we go.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, open man is Howard, the tight end. He displayed a nice little hurdle there before he got taken down after.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
33. I got you.
On play action, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Sparks. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
91.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw. Eason throwing the out route and complete. That's Sparks. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 26-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
Back two, the Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. I'm trying to collect. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. No chance.
5.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Sparks. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Shoot!
Hey, echo.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Defense.
Operating from the gun. Eason. And able to find Dorsett. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down, Saints.
Ready up.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey. My 7.
52.
Go.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, D. Mike 52, Mike 52. We don't want this.
Looking to throw. Eason throwing the out route and complete. It's Sparks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Foxtrot.
52, Block 52. 52's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Come.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Stop your whining.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Winston. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
47, Mike. 47. Mike, 47. Let's put him up. Let's put that team up.
They'll throw again. Winston. He completes it to Evans. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Second and 10.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check.
Throwing on second down. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Pull it together.
From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Out. Hey, check 24.
They'll run on first down. Pittman, and able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Yeah.
2nd and 5. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Kill. Turn up. Switch. Check. Check out.
On 3rd down, Pittman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
It's a loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Green, come see.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Yes. Hey, wahoo!
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. We got it.
Get it.
On first down, Eason. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, second and 6.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Look at me, zipper.
52's the mic, boy, 52.
Five.
Second and 6. Complete to Dorsett. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill.
Rock it.
Check 3, check 3. Check
Big Griffin.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, it puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hey, ready? Black 25 behind.
27. Watch the pass.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Winston connected with Howard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And Anderson's got it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Jameis again. He sets to fire deep. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Matchbox lights. Hey, orbit.
2nd and 13. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
You got time. You got squeeze. Whip. Watch the whip. Alert flare.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pittman trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Go!
52. You must be getting tired of seeing me. No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I got you, punk. 52's the Mike. Hit it.
Back to throw. Eason. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it
Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Jameis now on 1st down. That one complete to Anderson.
Winston's pass complete to Robbie Anderson.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Winston. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Play action now. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready, break.
Bring it over there, right? 52's the mic. We own it. We own it.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.